Blessings and good morning. Happy Tuesday. It's 8:30. That means it is time for a little tea. And wild thoughts with me, your girl, the beauty influencer. Good morning, love. Good morning. Welcome. I am just going to do a little housekeeping and get the vibe right as I do every Tuesday morning. So, you may be watching this on YouTube. This is a neroli incense, which is one of my favorite fragrances. You may be watching this on YouTube at a later date and time. Good morning. And if you are, then please like, share, subscribe, share the love, show your girls some love. You are always welcome to join the live conversation here on Tuesday mornings at 8:30 a.m. God willing. Always let you know in the stories if it's not gonna happen, because life happens. And you can also check out my store, my online store, the self-care store. I make products for, I'm just in a little power sign, so I have my energy clearing kit. Good morning, Zeke. I'm giving y'all this little kitty cat realness this morning because my hair is looking a mess. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I don't get my hair done until Thursday, which that is a blessing in itself because I have been doing my own hair for God knows how long. It's the leopard. It's the leopard, honey. Yes. I miss you so much, Zeke. Oh my gosh. So I hope everybody is feeling blessed and feeling well this morning. I'm feeling good. I'm in a good mood. I'm just showing you a couple products really quickly. This is my love potion. It is an infused oil that I have in the self-care store. It has rose and lavender and chamomile. It has amethyst and rose quartz stones in the bottom. Good morning, to evoke all the loving energy. It works. It works. People tell me stories all the time, so you can check that product out at the self-care store. I have a lot of other stuff that you can check out as well, all for your self-care. Welcome, everybody. You can also check me out at Essential Aesthetics and Laser in Charlotte, where I do holistic beauty services. I do facials. I do gua sha massage. I still do makeup there. Yes, I still do a little makeup. And this Friday, we are actually having what we call Red Lip Friday, which I'm super excited about. That's my signature look. I love a red lip. And it is my belief that every single woman has a red lip that works for her. Even if you have one, you can find a new one, because there's tons of different reds. So come through. It's completely free. Check out the spa. Come check me out. Come see where I am. You can hit me up in the DMs if you need an appointment, because we are keeping things sanitary and COVID friendly. Absolutely. So, and the last thing, you can sign up for my email list so that you can keep up with all these amazing things that I have going on. The link is in my bio, thebeautyinfluencer.org. And I believe that's it. So we'll get started with the conversation. So I do want to start. I want to raise the vibrations this morning. I want you guys, everybody who is here, good. Everybody who is here, you don't have to do it immediately, but let me know something that you're grateful for. Let's lift the vibrations. I will be honest, this morning, I don't have a ton of things to talk about. I don't have a ton of things that are on my mind. I am embracing and in a time of peace. And that is actually what I want to talk about this morning, because there's a whole moment that exists just within that in itself, Things are moving right along for me. Business is good, relationship is good. My parents are being my parents. I'm still a caregiver. My mama is still my mama. She gonna be my mama. I've talked about a lot of these things in the past. So yeah, the parents are being the parents. Friends seem to be doing good. We have a new president. And we are, even though we are still in the pandemic, we are managing it. You know, we are family, life, yes, sanity. Okay, that's what we're grateful for. Good. Keep it going. Keep it coming. Because it really does. I mean, you know, you really have to count your blessings every morning. And it's not that life has these big dramatic changes all the time, you know. Like, I really feel like I've gotten to this place where I understand this vibration of what peace is. Life, we aren't always grateful for it until something goes wrong. Yeah, that's exactly is exactly what we're talking about this morning. And I have this knack for being able to grasp really, really subtle things. You know, I think, again, we're in our adulthood. We all up in adulthood. Provision, grateful for provision, grateful for good health. Yes. Keep it coming. We are lifting the vibrations. I can literally feel like chills. I don't know if y'all can feel it. But, you know, I totally forgot what I was talking about. But anyway, it's a subtle space. Yes, I have a knack for embracing, you know, the subtleties in life. And we're in our adulthood. We're in our, you know, a lot of us in our 30s, 40s. It doesn't even matter. You know, we all up in being grown. Bills, kids, just issues in life, you know. And we tend to, you know, be hanging on to this thought that, you know, something in life is just gonna happen and we're never ever gonna feel these uncomfortable feelings again. And I think that I have really learned to keep myself, like, just what that sensation of peace feels like within. And again, it doesn't mean that there aren't things that are happening in my life, although things are at an equilibrium at this point. It is me that stays here and, like, allows everything to continue to lift to that vibration. And we're constantly, you know, working through our traumas, you know, things that happen in life, a lot of shit we didn't ask for, but we find a way, you know. And then there comes these really sweet moments, you know. It's like somebody, I've said this many times because I say it all the time. Life is a wheel, you know. Sometimes it's up, sometimes it's down, sometimes it's in between, it's to the side, you know, but it's always going to turn. And so, you know, you can just stay right there in the middle and embrace what peace really feels like. And you know, I'm gonna go here, I always do, but especially for us as Black people, being able to love others to life. Amen. That was a prayer in itself. You know, it's a good feeling. I'm not gonna lie. It's a very good feeling to, as a Black woman, really embrace my freedom. And just, I think it's an act of resistance in itself, you know, to be a Black female in this country and to feel genuinely free. And that doesn't mean, you know, again, that, you know, life doesn't come at me or there aren't perceptions about me or, you know, I don't go through things. But, you know, I don't feel this anger and this, you know, severe discomfort anymore. That is just a vibration that I just no longer choose. It's taken me a long time to get there. And I mean that, again, in the sense of really embracing how it feels within my whole being. It has meant dismissing a whole lot of what other people think of me, have seen for me, how they perceive me. Again, those parts still exist. It is me who had to find peace with everything that, you know, with everything. So this morning, I'm simply grateful for the awareness of what peace is, because I was at war for so long, y'all. And I know a lot of y'all know what I'm saying, and you know what it feels like, because that's liberating. It is. It is. And I just want to continue to stress and share again that it's a choice. And even things like I'm asking you guys to do and just sharing something that you're grateful for, it starts with, these very small acts. I've had to literally dig in at times and really start counting the simplest things that I am grateful for to shift, again, my energy. We talk about it sounds super tree huggery and all of that, but when we look at what's going on worldwide, of course we live in America, we have our issues, but there are people who are genuinely at war. Like, can you imagine what it feels like to live in a place, where we don't know where the next meal is coming from, or if a bomb is going to explode beside it? It's a blessing. It's a lot of us are spiritual people, and it's a blessing. I think, I always even refer back to the movie The Color Purple. Like when The Color Purple is there and you don't recognize it, like God gets upset. I don't know exactly how she said it, but it's a blessing for us to really embrace what peace feels like. It ain't always about coming to God with a problem. It's about embracing like what he's given us. And so I don't want to get super preachy, but it's the truth, and that's, even a part of myself being a woman who is very, free spirited, and, I cuss a little bit, and, I'm sexy, and I talk and I speak my mind. That has no bearings on my relationship with the Lord, and I dare anybody to judge me on that. And matter of fact, on YouTube, somebody left some weird ass comment. There's a really long thing about how Jesus is coming back, and all this stuff. And I was just like, well, thank God, Jesus died for me, honey, and I don't need your approval or your help. That's it. Case closed. So anyway, and so, again, we as Black people here in this country, we were brought here kind of in a state of war. We'll just say the internal war, being ripped from, what we know in a peaceful environment. And so we have so much of that in our DNA, and we're wired for this survival, but I think that, again, we can really start embracing what peace is, and that in itself, is like this homage to the ancestors who survived. And I have written here, if we are not careful, we become seekers of war instead of protectors of peace. And I say that because, again, when you become a peaceful person, it's interesting the amount of people that you don't have to talk to anymore. Like, I find myself very quiet a lot of the time. Again, I try to save my little thoughts for Tuesdays, and I reflect, but I say it all the time, misery loves company. And so, and again, that doesn't mean that you're not going through things that are challenging for you. And I used to be one of those people. It's no shade whatsoever. I used to be one of those people who, I'm going through something and I call somebody and I'm talking about it and I'm reliving it all day long and over and over and over again. And again, that's why you have to counteract, that vibration, because you start spiraling down. And even on my timeline, a lot of the time, again, I'm quiet. I see so many people making statements, and it's no judgment, because, again, I've been there. I have been there. But, about things they're unhappy about, or the judgment and the projection. You know, even just spend less time online, period. You know, because we're always in this space of comparing ourselves and, you know, I'm here. I have also written that, you know, so much of the anxiety and imbalance that we tend to feel is because we're trying to live other people's standards of life. You know, whether it's the American standard. I know for me, again, it is come with embracing that a lot of my needs, a lot of my desires, a lot of what I want, a lot of my experience is shaped in something that, you know, I didn't see a lot of representation of. So I have to create that. Like, I'm in this process of creating on the outside, you know, like who I am, because I don't see that representation a lot. I don't see, you know, Black women who are, I mean, now we do, you know, but again, this is extremely recent, extremely like 2020, like the past 2 years, you know, women who are not one-dimensional. Like, you don't have to choose to be smart or to be pretty or to be, you know, eclectic and earthy, and like, it's just be you, you know, just be free, just be all of it, you know, embrace it. Too often we've had to choose, you know. So I want to talk about a few things that peace is, because again, we're at war, you know, we've been at war a lot of the time. You know, even just thinking about this election recently, and you know, now people are back to talking about the pandemic. I mean, it's, again, the pandemic is a very serious thing. I'm not saying that it's not, but if you're not careful, again, you will find that people will find something to be at war about. When you are at peace within, it can be a solvent or an agitation to another person's spirit. And I had to learn to be okay with that too. I really did. I really have. You know, there's a lot of people that I don't speak to anymore, and not you know, because it's not a negative thing. I mean, my mother is like one of them. You know, she cannot have a conversation with me without talking about her fear of COVID and like how life is gonna be, and you know what we should all be doing, and bruh, you know, that's your choice. If that's the way you feel, by all means, I respect that. But it doesn't mean that you get to make me feel what you feel. And you have to learn to be okay that people don't feel the way you feel. You know, like, that's peace. That's choosing peace. That's embracing peace. This is also a quote by, I cannot really pronounce his name, but Teach not Han. I know I'm saying it wrong, but it says people have a hard time letting go of their suffering out of a fear of the unknown. They prefer suffering that is familiar. It's true. It's true. You know, and again, I read things that are peaceful. I look at things that are peaceful, you know. I have a degree in journalism. I worked for the news for about 6 months was all I could take. And, you know, the news is about, that's something that makes people watch, you know, is fear, is fear mongering. You know, it's not that they go out trying to provoke fear in you, but you know, the first thing that we would do is look at the police reports every single day. That's a powerful quote. It is. I mean, he has a great book. I'll have to share it in my stories. I can't remember what it is, but again, earlier this year when I was going through it, and again, I didn't take my platform to continue to talk about woe is me, and you know, and project and be passive aggressive with quotes and all that kind of stuff. I took that time, that quiet time, to find peaceful things and to get on the vibration of where I wanted to be, and just to kind of coast through the discomfort. That's me. But anyway, I have to find that book because it was very, very helpful, because it just talked about, you know, suffering and like helping people with their suffering, and the fact that we are suffering and that we're here to like ease each other's discomfort and each other's suffering. And he's a monk. You know, he was with, he's a great guy. Let's just say it that way. Okay, so peace. Peace is quiet. You know, again, you find a lot less people to discuss peace with, because peace is also present. You know, they say anxiety is fear of the future. And a lot of times our depression, things like that, are into loathing the past. It's about the here and now, you know, and that will also help with the gratitude. You know, this morning when I woke up again, I just felt the sensation. I'm like, wow, you know, like I don't feel like anything is wrong right now. I woke up with a roof over my head. You know, I'm blessed. I'm so blessed. My dad's in the next room. You know, he blind and got 2 half feet and go to dialysis, but he here. You know, we have food to eat. Like, I'm blessed. I'm counting those things that are a blessing for me, and I know that each one of you have things that are a blessing to you. So it's about being present and even being quiet enough to take that in. I've known a lot of people who immediately in the morning, the first thing they do is turn things on. You know, turn on some music, turn on the TV. How do you count gratitude when? And there's no judgment. It's just, I can see how it's challenging for them to get present when you're immediately inserting yourself into other people's vision of what life is. How do you take in the moment and the blessing of what your life is? How do you do that? Sometimes people associate drama with excitement and peace with being boring. Yes, God, which is strange to me. Yep. And again, I have been one of those people. And that's why I'm talking about like this moment of being able to even feel and embrace what peace is, because before you know it, again, we can become seekers of war. Just because you're a warrior don't mean you at war all the time. You know, like, you don't even know that you're in peace. You don't even know that you're where you want to be because you're so busy trying to seek the next sensation. So it's present, it's quiet. Peace is also contentment. You know, contentment isn't about having every single thing that you want and that you seek and every goal that you want to accomplish. And, you know, it's about that sweet spot that's like, you know what? Again, my belly full. I'm not out in the cold right now. You know, like, and I'm privileged to be that. You know, I'm grateful. I'm grateful just to be here, just to be where I am right now, because it can always be worse. It can always be worse. So, you know, count those blessings, man. No matter where you are and where you're at with it. Because even being here, like, I wasn't always here. I've been in very, 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 very dark spaces. Physically, mentally, emotionally. You know? So I'm just grateful to wake up without having those sensations of anger and fear and all those things within my body, you know. So peace is also consistent and it's safe, you know. And I mean emotionally safe. Like, there's nothing more, what's the word, discomforting than to you know, have to switch up things all the time. You know, it's not safe to have to move and be, you know, all the time. Like, peace is consistent. So seek out those people in your life, those sources in your life that are a consistent source of peace, you know, which is why I read the same things every morning. I do the same things every morning. Even if you can't particularly find those things, like become that thing. Become your own source of consistency and safety for you. You know, I can't change the people around me all the time. You know, like sometimes it's just me that has to change, and then that vibrates. But when you get to that place, it pulls you to want to help others to get to that place. It does. It definitely does. But what I will say is that, again, I have learned that because I had to understand what the feeling of peace really was, I had to understand nothing exists without the opposite. So you have to understand that they're at war. They're at war. And as much as I want them to enjoy the sensation of peace, then they have to know what peace is too. So the best thing that I can do is be that source of peace. I've learned not to insert myself in other people's shit, because they will bring you in their war. And it's okay. It's okay to protect your peace and to be your peace and to be that consistent and safe source for yourself. Everybody get there by following you. So I'm gonna go ahead and share my wild thought for the day. And the last thing I will say is peace is to know and not to question. You know, to be still and to know. You know, it's like questioning everything, everyone, it's uncomfortable. You know, to have to question all the time, and I get it. But the one thing that you can know is that you feel peaceful. And it's like, okay, again, I'm not bouncing my life off of you. I know the things that I want. I know the things that make me happy. I know who I am. I know where I come from. Those things that you know bring you peace. And so you become just a lot less impacted, influenced, you know, by other people's. And I think, again, because that misery loves company, and so when they can't shake you up, or you're not shaken up by what they're shaken up by, you know, I think you get what I'm saying. So the wild thought is there's so much freedom in really letting something go, and it makes you tired. It does make you tired. Which is another thing. I don't choose to be tired all the time. Like, I was telling a friend yesterday that so much of my energy these days, like, I don't have a lot of time for, again, just other shit that isn't towards the things that I enjoy and embrace in life. And my life is so filled with everything that I want and where I want to be. I don't have time. I literally don't have time for anything else. Like, that's where all of my energy is. And so, you know, it tends to baffle me. I mean, I've had to practice it, but it tends to baffle me what people have time for. You know, how they have time to complain. And you know, people will find that. They will find that person to do that with. When you aren't that person, you know, I'm a person, again, I help you with your goals. I help you get where you want to be. But if you just want somebody sitting around complaining with, I'm not your chick. Because I ain't got time. I ain't got time for that. So anyway, there's so much freedom in really letting something go. You don't even realize how amazing... Oh my gosh. What is that word that I just wrote? Oh, okay. You don't even realize how amazing being free is until you are released from the captivity of worry. Again, you have to know. Going back to what I said in the beginning, life is a wheel and it's gonna turn. It's going to turn, it's going to turn, it's going to turn. That is inevitable. The only thing that is consistent in life is change, is that it's going to change. So don't cling. Don't cling. Just flow. And let stuff go, man. It really ain't that serious. It's really, really not. Even with this pandemic, it's important. It's but you do what you can to protect yourself. The government gonna be the government. Your people gonna be your people. You be your own source of peace and embrace what these peaceful moments really feel like. No matter where other people are in the process. No matter where they are in the process. Good morning, love. You be that source, be that example. And just keep the vibration up. Keep the vibration up. Continue to find those little things that you're grateful for throughout the day. Oh, I wasn't even finished with the wild thought. There's more. So I'll read it again. There's so much freedom in really letting something go. You don't even realize how amazing being free is until you are released from the captivity of worry. Trust your heart's desires will manifest much quicker when you stop clocking them with your mental stopwatch. Stop clocking it. Let it happen. Let life happen. You be peaceful. You know. You be still and you know. It's gonna happen. You gotta vibrate with it, y'all. It's the truth. So anyway, I hope that everybody has an amazing day. Speaking of being consistent, I'm gonna try to make it to the gym. I'm going to the gym. I haven't been able to work out as much as I would like to, just because life is happening. But you know, that's I gotta make the effort, right? Like, it ain't what I'm gonna do, just sit around and complain. And no, even TMI thoughts, I get up here every Tuesday because it is my own effort to be consistent with myself, and that's the vibration that I need to come to my life. So I'm gonna go to the gym, and I love y'all. Y'all keep it peaceful. Enjoy the day. Enjoy the rest of the week. God willing, I will see you next Tuesday. Hopefully, I'll see you Friday at the Red Friday event at Essential Aesthetics and Laser. Come through and see me if you can. And all right, y'all. Peace.